On the issue of women in Egypt, would you like to say something about the fact how women are perceiving the revolution, if it is a revolution, and how they are, and whether they have more rights now than in the past?
Women have been a very integral part of the whole movement of change in Egypt since January 2011. There were many women out on the streets. They were doing everything. They were, in the popular committees. They were in the field hospitals. They were distributing food and drinks amongst people. They were leading demonstrations. They were chanting. They were holding signs. They were doing everything. And it was really quite significant. You could just see and feel a very powerful presence for women in a way that we have not seen in a while in Egypt, in a long while. For now, like everybody else, the recent constitution actually has a good article on women. It has an article guaranteeing equality between men and women, and guaranteeing that the state would make sure they have proportionate or at least adequate representation on the different councils and and the different state bodies. The problem always has to do with implementation. So we have to wait and see how well will that implemented. I think one very important aspect, though, to keep in mind is the social revolution that happened. There is a revolution really something happened in the psyche of the Egyptian individual, and it has affected every single person, women included, and it has affected women in terms of rising against societal repression of all forms. And so, we're seeing on a personal level, maybe amongst my friends and my students and the people that I know personally, I'm just seeing a change in the way they think. And I'm seeing a refusal to accept any societal borders that were imposed on them before, any societal limits. They are not going to stop at that. They now know that they have a voice. It's a struggle to get it out, but they want to get it out. They have sort of learned the way. Politically, we're not there yet, but maybe socially, it's actually a more successful revolution than politically. So that has definitely been very significant.